Hey world, it's your girl Gorgeous Gab, and let's make Italian soup. This was my first time making it, but it turned out really good actually. So I know that I'll definitely be making it again. So right here, I'm just shredding my carrots before I chop them up and everything. Um, yeah, so I had some carrots, some celery, green peppers, onions, and everything. I wanted any kind of vegetable I could have in my soup. When I hear soup, I just think about a lot of vegetables, of course, and a really good broth. So, yeah, I made sure I shred them carrots. Yeah, I just be thinking I'm just so raw with this knife, okay? But it's been working out, okay? I've been cutting everything with that knife. When I say everything, I've been cutting everything with that knife. So, yeah, but as I was saying, like for my ingredients, I do have carrots, celery. I have some pasta. I have to remember what that name is, and I'll definitely drop it in the comments. It's some little ball pastas. And with that pasta, you don't need that much of it. I use too much of it because the pasta kind of soaks up the juice after a while. So it's best to not use that much of it. Maybe like a cup full, if that, because that pasta goes a long way. So I would advise when we get to that part, you'll see exactly what pasta I'm talking about. And it's a little ball pasta. So I got my carrots and onions and celery and everything chopped up. I used ground chicken. In the original recipe, they used like beef and ground pork. But I didn't want that, and I don't like eat ground pork. So I decided to get ground chicken, and I never use ground chicken because I'm going to make my own meatballs, and I put green peppers and onions in my meatballs and everything, and I'm seasoning it up, onion powder, garlic powder, all-purpose seasoning. I got some Sylvia's Secret seasoning, some seasoned salt. We got some Italian seasoning because this is an Italian soup. I got some breadcrumbs that's kind of going to help, those meatballs stick together. I got some pepper. Like, I really had to shake that pepper out. And yeah, you see me, I had to open that up a little bit. So, and those are my green peppers and onions right there. I'm just going to toss that in. And I had to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on there. Give it a little more flavor. It just makes it, to me, a little more saltier, I guess. So I'm just going to mix up that ground chicken and everything. Get it all mixed up. And we're going to make little small balls. And I'm going to use my cast iron skillet to pretty much cook these meatballs. I added a little more Italian seasoning because if you ain't sneezing, you ain't seasoned, okay? So I definitely added a little more seasoning to my ground chicken to get that all mixed up and everything. So after I made my little meatballs, I did them in sections because it also advised me to like not put a whole bunch of meatballs in the pan because of having to like turn them and flip them. And then also the ground chicken to me was like kind of sticky on the hands, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do the best I can. I mean, if you're kind of icky with stuff, definitely use some gloves. But I was just cooking for me and the family, me and my boys, so no, I didn't use any gloves. And then I just kept washing my hands. But so yeah, I'm just adding in those meatballs and everything so we can get those nice and cooked. I got my water over there boiling because that's what I'm gonna put my pasta and stuff in. And I also use like a little bit of a chicken broth as well for my broth. I used a chicken broth and some water, but mostly chicken broth, honestly. So but yeah, I was literally like, okay, these meatballs are not going to be perfect, but they're going to be circled. They're going to be meatballs, period, point blank. And this is my first time making that ground chicken. It was actually really good. The meatballs were super flavorful. So I'll definitely make some again. I think this is a meal that you make every now and then. It was just like a comfort food meal. It actually was really good. I saw it and I was like, I need to try this. So yeah, so what you see here basically is now me flipping over those meatballs, trying to make sure I get them nice and looking good. We want them nice and brown and cooked. I want mine cooked all the way because I didn't cook it with the like inside of the soup broth for too long. So I'm just doing it in sections, picking it up, putting it on the pan with the paper towel and things like that. And then I'll drop in my next batch because I have plenty. And I sprayed the pan with some olive oil so that they wouldn't stick. But of course, this is a cast iron skillet, okay? So it's gonna do its job. Put some garlic bread in the air fryer so we can have a little bread on the side. And I'm picking up that batch of meatballs. Look at that, they came out really good. So now I'm gonna like saute my vegetables, my carrots. So I put some butter in that cast iron skillet. I'll let it get a little hot and everything. Butter it up, girl. Yeah. So I drop my carrots and my celery in there and just let that cook and saute for a little while so that we can drop it in our pot. And then that way, you know, we can start mixing everything together. And then you'll come across those little pasta bead balls that I was talking about. I promise I'm gonna remember the name. So yeah, I'm just sauteing my vegetables because we need them nice and soft. As you can see, I got them out the skillet and they're looking real good. I put a little bit of garlic and stuff too in my vegetables. So here I'm putting the meatballs in the pot. Now I'm going to start pretty much combining everything. This also has spinach in it as well. So I'm just adding all my ingredients to the pot. Let it simmer together. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm going to have to make this again. Put my carrots and my celery in the pot. Mix it around a little bit, you know. I'm definitely gonna have to run this back. And those are the little pasta beads that I was putting in. And like I said, I put in too much. Look at that. You do not need all of that. I'm telling you, you do not need all of that. Like, you probably won't even need a cup full, because when they start to cook and they don't take that long to cook, like that's at the beginning of it. Y'all see my broth is like very seasoned. All the seasons that I use for my meatballs, I put in there as well, especially some Italian seasoning. So it's all cooking now. I know my meatballs, y'all looking like no, but they're not burnt. They just, I just sauteed them really good. So I'm gonna add my spinach in there. Get that all mixed up. You see how those like little pasta beads are swelling up now? Because they will soak up all that juice. So I say a little goes a long way, because it kind of started to overpower the soup. But again, this is my first time making this soup. So, but it turned out really good from the spinach to everything. Now my bread's done. We're going to get this soup all plated and everything. It was really good, y'all. Like, I was sitting here like, I'm a chef. Stop playing with me. Like, I want to say lentil is the name of this pasta bowl. Was the name of that pasta noodle is lentil, but I promise I'll find out and everything. You top it with some Parmesan cheese, as the instructions said, and let's see what my baby said. Yeah. You heard him right.
Italian soup.
And there you have it, Italian soup. Like, follow, and share this video. And if you want more cooking videos, then add me. Thank you. Bye.